Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Today's video I'm actually going to be replacing an old bulbed ceiling light. I'm going to be swapping it out and putting in an LED recessed light in the same space. Let's get into today's video. So that is the light that we are going to be replacing today. It is an old original light to the house. I call these things boob lights because they look kind of like boobs. I don't know if I'll put that in the video or not. But I'm actually getting ready to repaint all the ceilings in the house, and because I'm going to be going over and redoing all the painting, I wanted to get all the lighting and everything refinished in the ceiling as well. So as you can see here, this is the light turned on. It's just regular incandescent bulbs, which I will be taking everything out, and I will be replacing it with this. This is a Halo made by Cooper. It used to be made by Eaton, but I must have been bought by them. This is a color selectable, so you can see it actually has 5 different colors. I probably will be putting in somewhere in the 3500 to 4000 Kelvin range, and you can see here it uses a J box, so it's really simple to actually swap out the old one and put this new box in with a couple of screws and then rewire everything. I also bought myself this handy new tool that helps cut holes in the ceiling. If you can see right here, if it'll focus, this thing cuts holes anywhere from I think 2 inches all the way to 7, but it also has this piece of plastic so there is no dust that falls down everywhere, which is awesome. I can't wait to try this thing out. Made by Klein, so we'll get into it and see how it goes. This is what it looks like when you're done. So I'm going to get this bracket taken out. We're going to remove the bracket, and we're going to have the wires just kind of hanging loose and hanging free here. And then we'll work on getting this old plastic box out and get the hole cut wider for the new one. Alright, so as you can see, the bracket is now out of there. So this electrical box needs to come out now. Normally what you could do is just grab this with some channel locks and just peel it straight out. But I'm not exactly sure what all is going to be directly above me, so I'm actually going to go up in my attic, take a look over here and see what we got going on, and then if it's just as simple as pulling it out, I'll just go ahead and pull it straight out. I'm going to be painting my ceiling anyway, but as you can see, it's kind of hard to tell, but I've got this kind of dust ring all the way around. If you don't have to actually paint your ceiling, since I'm actually going to be painting all my ceilings white, Magic Eraser takes care of that, no problem. Alright, let's go up in this attic and see what we see. Alright, I am up in the attic now. I just came up. As you can see, I'm still sitting here. Directly that way, about 2.5, 3 feet. Basically right here where my finger's pointing. That is where I need to dig into where the insulation is to see what we got. I'm actually going to clear some of that insulation out so when I drill, the insulation doesn't just fall right through on top. Here's my furnace. We have a gas furnace up here. It's pretty quiet up here actually. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and dig that out and then we'll get to work. Alright, as you can see, I've gotten the cleared out now. You can see right here it's just got 2 nails holding that little box in. I'm actually gonna pull this wire up out of the way. We'll be able to cut a hole and slip this thing right up in there, I think. Pull this wire out. Just pull that wire up, tuck it up out of the way right here, because what we're going to do is put that little junction box basically right on top of right here. We're going to secure it into that piece of wood. And you know what, I might actually just wrench that thing right up out of there, right up here from up top, and do it that way. Yeah, let me go downstairs and get my screwdriver and we'll just pull it out of there. Alright, there you go. You can see I've gone ahead and pulled that box out. Now I got the hole. So I'm going to go back downstairs now with that new tool that I just picked up with a Klein tool, and I'm going to widen that hole in order to fit the new recessed light in. So let's go down there and do that. I'm hoping that this piece of wood doesn't present a problem for me when I widen that hole. We'll have to see. Maybe it'll be okay. We'll have to see when we get down there. So this is my new tool. This guy hopefully opens easily. These blades cut the hole nice and circular. And then it comes with this. And it starts to spin around, and what it does is this little plastic shield catches all the dust and debris so none of it falls down into your face or onto the floor. So let's get this thing set up. I'm going to put it into my drill. We're going to cut a new hole. I just test fit it and put it in, and as you can see, it actually looks pretty good. That thing got a little bit crazy and got away from me and chipped a little too much on this edge, which is okay. I can repair that with some drywall stuff. So I guess I'll make another video about how to actually fix that so it doesn't look ugly. Alright, so what we'll do now, I guess, is we'll go upstairs, or we'll go back up in the attic, and we'll get the J-box attached, and then we'll finish this thing up. Alright, so for this last piece now, we're going to actually take this J-box and put it up in the attic and actually attach it. But what we're going to do is you're going to actually, 2 wood screws are going to go into the into that 2x4 up in the attic. But before we do that, you actually have to knock out one of these and then put one of these in. That way it clamps everything down, and you'll be compliant. And because these are required for code in order to be compliant and everything works, you can't just have the wires coming into here. So we're going to knock this out. That's it. Pops right off. Then you take this guy, unscrew it, stick it in through the window there. And then from the inside here, you just put this on and screw it down. Just like that. And then the cable will pass through there, and then you tighten it down, and we'll mount this whole thing up, and then you plug in the end, we'll turn the lights back on, and we'll be done. So what we're going to be doing is working with that wire there, and we're going to be putting it into the box, and we're going to be mounting the box to that piece of wood. And then we're going to be connecting that. We're going to be connecting this wire into it, and then we'll be turning the power back on, and we're good. All right, I realize this is going to be really hard to see, but I will try to show you everything I'm doing, and then at the very end, I'll show you with the camera. I'll pull it down here. We're going to feed this wire through like this, and then it gets popped into these. So let's go ahead and. This is a lot of extra wire, so I'm actually going to trim this down and then get this fed through and clamped out. That way we don't have too much extra wire hanging around. Alright, so now I got that trimmed down. Take this, feed these wires in. Those wires will come through. Like that. I can take this and tighten it down. Take these wires, and copper goes to copper. Like that. Black to black, and then white to white. Black to black. Alright, just like that. What I've done is I've got this thing laid out so that way if I ever have to access this box again, I'm going to mount it on the top here, and then that way I can pull this down and then actually reach up in here and access this box without having to come back up in the attic. Although I can come back up in the attic, it's not too difficult. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to mount this box here just like that. And then we're going to re-staple that wire. My box is nice and tight. There you go. Everything is all settled back down. Now we can go downstairs and test it and turn the light on and see if it works. Then I can cover all this insulation back up, because remember, this thing's all insulation rated, so it's totally fine to have it touch. Alright, I got the breaker turned back on. We're going to hit the switch here, see if this thing lights up. 3, 2, 1. Nice! There it is. All replaced. That's awesome. Way better. Alright, that's cool. Alright, well that went well. I'm a little sweaty from being up in the attic. It's a little bit hot up there. Everything went really well. This is the first time I've ever done this. Actually went pretty well. That little tool I had actually went a little bit crazy, because it actually has a little guide drill where you drill a hole and then it starts to cut around. But because the hole that had that plastic junction box was already in there, there was nowhere for that little drill bit to hold tight. So every time that the knife hit, it just started to jump and it cut a little corner in there. Not a big deal. It just requires me to do a little bit of drywall repair. So I guess I'll do that in my next video, so you can see me actually repair this thing. So I'm gonna go back up in the attic now, move all the insulation back in over top of that and get everything kind of packed down, and we're done with this project. Thanks for watching. If it was helpful for you, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Like always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.